Right now on 13 Action News Live at 11, if you're too drunk to drive, well, you may also be too drunk to get into an Uber. The ride-sharing giant wants to patent a system that can detect if you've had too much to drink even before you get in their back seat. 13 Action News reporter Nina Porciuncula has the details.
If someone is a bartender or a friend walks somebody out to the car, that's a red flag you need to look at.
Uber driver Dave Carpenter knows the telltale signs of an intoxicated passenger. He's seen it way too many times.
It happens daily. I mean, our town, we have a substance that goes on, day and night.
Over the years, there have been numerous cases of passengers attacking Uber drivers and passengers accusing drivers of sexual assault. Many of these cases involve intoxicated passengers. Uber's solution: use technology to detect drunk people trying to get a ride.
We're responsible for their well-being. You don't know if they were drugged, if they had alcohol poisoning, if they had a medical condition, a heart attack. We're not trained for all that.
Uber's algorithm will weigh a variety of factors, from typos, how precisely a user clicks, walking speed, and the time of day. So a rider clumsily typing past midnight on a weekend is likely not sober. Uber will then either warn drivers, match riders with drivers who have relevant training, or even be denied a ride. We reached out to Uber but got no response. The idea remains to be a patent application, and we don't know if this would actually pop in our phones. But Dave Carpenter says it could be a game changer.
It would be 100% safer than what we're doing now. I mean, for us to have an idea of knowing what we're going into.
Nina Porciuncula, 13 Action News.
New at 11, 2 juveniles have been arrested in connection with the murder of another juvenile in Henderson. The 2 boys were taken into custody Friday night after fleeing a traffic stop and then getting into a crash. Investigators uncovered information on a homicide that occurred at a home near Sunridge Heights and Southeastern. One juvenile is being charged with murder and the other as an accessory to murder after the fact. This is Henderson's 4th homicide this year. A man wanted by police was shot this morning when he attempted to escape. It happened on Cimarron near Blue Diamond. Metro says the suspect was wanted in at least 8 armed robberies over the past 2 weeks. Detectives tried to take him into custody at a nearby gas station. At first, he complied and got on the ground, but then ran to his car and then tried to drive off. Police fired at the suspect, striking him. They say he was armed with a gun. Well, summer break is here, and for teens that drive, more of them will be on the roads, but they pose a higher risk. 13 Action News reporter Austin Carter spent the day with teens and their parents as they got behind the wheel for a one-of-a-kind driving experience.
0 teen fatalities, 3 simple words, hoping to save lives. The ZTF driving course created to educate and give hands-on training to new teen drivers. Today's class coinciding with the beginning of the 100 deadly days of summer on the roads.
Kids are out of school, people are on vacations, people are driving at different times of night, doing long road trips.
The program bringing out dozens of Valley parents and their teens Saturday, even bringing out parents like Regina and Chris Grinstead coming all the way from the Bay Area just for the course.
You have a lot of drivers on the road that don't know how to react, so by learning how to anticipate what may happen, and this course provides a lot of that training, kind of looking ahead, seeing what could happen, and then training them how to react to that situation.
Regina's son, like many teens here today, are about to hit the road. Today's course putting drivers to the test, maneuvering around traffic cones and driving through slick roads.
You have to have a what-if mentality when you're behind the wheel, because eventually that what-if is going to happen, and if you're not ready for it, you could become a statistic.
And this kind of hands-on training giving parents peace of mind, especially as they hit the road during the most dangerous time of the year.
Just seeing that he was able to do that successfully a couple of times, it really gives us confidence that once he gets out there in a situation, if things go bad, he'll have this knowledge to help him get out of it.
Austin Carter, 13 Action News.
A good lesson for them. And to sign up for the next 0 teen fatalities driving class right here in the Valley, we have a link to get in touch with them on our website at ktnv.com.
And good evening, everyone. I'm 13 First Alert meteorologist Sam Bronis. Winds still a little strong out there. Not as bad as earlier, but we're still seeing some localized areas with sustained winds in the 20s, but most of the valley not seeing that. You could see North Las Vegas, Sunrise Manor, Boulder City on the 20s right now. Same with Red Rock. McCarran gusts not there right now, but we are seeing some gusts still in the 30s. In the same spots, we're seeing those stronger winds, though. Boulder City's gusts 33, 39, Red Rock, so it's going to be a little bit breezy over the next several hours, but I think when you wake up Sunday, not as bad. Temperatures right now near 90 degrees. We saw highs in the triple digits, 101 today at McCarran. Now, as we go into the overnight, winds won't be as strong, especially by 4 o'clock. Then there you go into the morning hours. Much better afternoon. Not much of a wind tomorrow. Temperatures a little cooler. I'll show you what the numbers look like. Plus, what's moving in for Father's Day weekend. Some big changes with that forecast. Tom.
All right, thanks, Dan. Well, now to some new information on a homicide investigation in North Las Vegas. Police are investigating another death in the same location as the shooting from Friday. They say that they're related. A man's body was found near Cary Avenue and Pecos Road just before 7 this morning. The 26-year-old was discovered by a neighbor. And at the same location yesterday, a 13-year-old was among 3 people shot. A man died on scene and a 20-year-old is recovering at the hospital. Investigators haven't released full details on what happened. No suspect is in custody in either death. President Trump heads to Singapore to get ready for his historic summit with Kim Jong-un. He holds an impromptu press conference just before boarding Air Force One. ABC's Andy Field reports the president has his speculations on Tuesday's meeting with the North Korean leader.
It will be an historic first, an in-person meeting between a sitting U.S. president and a North Korean leader. President Trump saying he has a clear objective to convince Kim Jong-un to completely abandon North Korea's nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles arsenal.
I have a clear objective, but I have to say, Eliana, that it's going to be something that will always be spur of the moment.
Mr. Trump, who prides himself on deal-making, saying this morning he's on a mission of peace.
I feel that Kim Jong-un wants to do something great for his people, and he has that opportunity, and he won't have that opportunity again. It's never going to be there again. So it's a one-time shot.
President Trump saying he will know within the first minute whether Kim is serious. The president saying he's not afraid to walk away.
And if I think it won't happen, I'm not going to waste my time. I don't want to waste his time.
Before heading to Singapore for the summit, the president meeting other G7 leaders in Quebec. The tension there palpable. Mr. Trump arriving late, leaving early, and ditching sessions on climate change, clean energy, and ocean protection, and continuing to talk tough on trade.
We're like the piggy bank that everybody's robbing, and that ends.
The president also pushing for Russia to have a seat at the table, that country ousted after it annexed Crimea in 2014.
I think it would be good for the world. I think it would be good for Russia. I think it would be good for the United States. I think it would be good for all of the countries of the current G7.
The president's 18 months of nationalistic policy, often leaving him the odd man out. Andy Field, ABC News, Washington.
A nonprofit returns to the Valley to help a veteran make his home ADA accessible. Naval Corpsman Ed needs a better bathroom. The doorways need to be widened and ramps are needed to accommodate his wheelchair. So the group Guns to Hammers is working on his home. Problem is, they don't have enough money to complete the work, despite hosting fundraisers at the Leatherneck Club and Tenaya Creek Brewery.
We're probably around $7,000 short right now. And either way, I'm telling you as a business owner from Houston, Texas, either way this project will get done, even if I have to write a check myself.
Yeah, and if you want to grab a beer while you help them out, Tenaya Creek Brewery will continue to donate $1 for every pint through July 5th. Guns to Hammers hopes to complete Ed's home this summer. Well, new at 11, some unusual looking cars made their way down the strip tonight. Check it out. The vehicles were a part of the Intergalactic Art Car Festival. The event, hosted by Lyft, was put on to help fund the arts here in Nevada. Following the drive down the strip is an all-ages art experience that is currently underway and runs until 2 a.m. Money raised will go to local art programs through the First Friday Foundation. Nevada childhood cancer survivors and their families are raising money to support the state's long-term follow-up clinic. And our very own 13 Action News anchor Trisha Keene emceed today's Alice in Wonderland-themed Mad Hatter Tea Party at the Roseman University of Health Sciences. You see her there. Doctors and families dealing with cancer know that this clinic is important because no one's turned away for treatment. Today's tea party was put on by Cure for the Kids. A grim discovery is made in a lake. A woman out for a walk with her dogs found dead. How authorities came to realize she was the victim of an alligator attack. TSA officers caught on camera patting down an elderly woman in a wheelchair. The incident now going viral and sparking outrage. And count on Chopper 13 to bring you breaking news fast and first. We'll be right back. Well, check this out. This 12-foot alligator you see right there is caught after crews say it attacked and killed a woman in Florida. Search teams unfortunately recovered her body this morning. She was walking her dogs near a pond. Authorities are learning more about the environment where she was located. ABC's Daria Albinger explains more.
Just before 10 p.m. last night, wildlife searchers found Shizuka Matsuki's body in this South Florida lake. The 47-year-old disappearing Friday morning while out walking her dogs. A witness saying she was seen strolling along the waterfront at the Silver Lakes Rotary Nature Park. Just moments later, she was gone. The dogs found roaming alone, one of them badly hurt, the injury fresh.
When the witness went to the area, he immediately spotted a large alligator.
Police arriving at the scene, searching for the gator from the air and on the ground.
I just want pistols out. Since we have confirmation this alligator is in here.
A 12-foot alligator spotted in the pond during that desperate search for Matsuki. Trappers finally pulling the gator from the murky waters. A human arm found inside.
Oh, my God.
Authorities are closing the park, but passers-by say they weren't surprised to hear about an alligator lurking in the water.
I tell people, I said, whether you know there's a gator or not, there's a gator in here. I saw the gator yesterday.
Alligators and humans frequently cross paths in Florida, though the CDC reports only 11 gator-related deaths in nearly 2 decades. Wildlife experts warn summer is nesting season for the reptiles, and gators infesting nearly 7 million acres of Florida habitat are more likely to be aggressive. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
More evacuations were ordered today in Colorado as a wildfire grows in size. The 416 fire burning north of Durango has scorched nearly 9,000 acres now. At least 200 additional residents are being told to get out. So far, there are no reports of any structures being destroyed by the fire, but those flames have come within feet of homes.
He's just perfect, and now he's just immortal!
Hey, there you have it, making history. Justified became a Triple Crown winner after finishing first at the Belmont Stakes. He's now the 13th horse to have won all 3 races, the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes, and the Belmont Stakes. Pope Francis met with oil and energy industry executives today to make an appeal for them to invest in more eco-friendly technology. The meeting was part of a 2-day conference which included some top executives from BP, ExxonMobil, and BlackRock, among others. Oil companies have been coming under increasing pressure for their contributions to environmental damage and to climate change. The Pope told the executives, quote, "There is no time to lose when it comes to protecting the environment." Now to the airport pat-down that's sparking outrage tonight. A 96-year-old woman in a wheelchair was searched by TSA officers. ABC's Kenneth Moten has more on the video that's going viral.
Oh, for God's sakes.
That's the voice of a fired-up Jean Clarkson. TSA officers at Dulles International Airport in May giving her 96-year-old mother, Evelyn Labrier of Indianapolis, a full-body search. Clarkson telling ABC News her mom was unable to walk through the metal detector.
What in the hell do you think she's going to do? Set off a shoe bomb?
One officer even tried to block Clarkson's view as she and her fiancé angrily watched and commented.
What the hell is going on here? Oh yeah, 96-year-old terrorist here.
The 6-minute enhanced screening of the great-great-grandmother who could barely lift her arms, sparking outrage. The video viewed nearly 9 million times on Facebook. It's not the first controversial pat-down by the TSA. This 10-year-old girl in North Carolina checked from head to toe.
Pat-downs are caveman security. In this age, when we have the ability to have facial recognition, when we can do video analytics that do behavior prediction, this is not the way TSA should be operating.
Kenneth Moten reporting there, and the daughter of that 96-year-old woman says she's looking for more courtesy from the TSA. The agency, meanwhile, defending the pat-down, saying it's committed to ensuring safety while treating passengers with dignity and respect. An annual report ranks Reno and Las Vegas among the top 10 small and big cities in the U.S. Las Vegas ranks 5th for big cities, while Reno ranks 6th among smaller cities. Governor Brian Sandoval says the state is starting to see the benefits of the investments that have been placed into economic developments in our universities.
Now, 13 First Alert weather.
Well, hopefully your Saturday went all right. I'm 13 First Alert meteorologist Sam Bronis. 7 days, or 8 days actually this year, for Raising Cane's. So $800 donated. I thought I updated that. Maybe I put the wrong number in, but 8 is the number. that should be at. Peak gusts today, kind of high. We saw some very strong gusts along the river at Hoover Dam, leading the pack, 64 miles per hour. 57 today up on the mountain. Those winds were strong. Southern Highlands, you just broke 40. Same with Boulder City. Everyone else into the 30s around Las Vegas. We're still seeing some strong gusts out there. Even at this hour, wind speeds currently in the teens and 20s still. That's sustained. Gust a little higher. Here's your latest gust. 24 for Anthem, 31 North Las Vegas, 22 Moapa, 17 out in Pahrump. A lot of areas now seeing those gusts coming down. Not seeing gusts out there, but we still have that wind advisory in effect for another 45 minutes. And a fire weather warning in effect throughout tomorrow for Arizona, as those winds are still going to be very strong out to our east tomorrow. Not here in the valley, though. The winds are going to die off, which is good news. Temperatures right now into the 80s. 86 your current temperature Las Vegas, 83 Anthem, 84 Boulder City, 97 at Lake Mojave. Still a little warm down there along those lower elevations. Allergy counts will be pretty low actually for Monday. Good news there. We're going to see them low next week. We're in that time of year they're not really going to pick up unless we get some good rainfall and temperatures drop a little bit, which we all know June, not going to happen. 5:23, sun rose today, set at 5:57. Pretty late. That daylight is pretty much the longest it's going to be all year. We're going to add maybe 4 more minutes to the length of the daylight. Night times will start to get a little longer come June 21st. That's that summer solstice. So far this year, up to date, last year 9 days at 100, 105 the warmest. 8 days this year, but look at the warmest. We're beating that, 107 so far. And we're only going to see warmer temperatures. Luckily, coming up, I don't know if we're going to be above that. We're going to be very close. Tonight, temperatures will be in the mid-70s for Las Vegas, 72 Summerlin, 68 out at Red Rock tonight. Tomorrow, hey, you know what? We're not going to hit 100. We'll take that. 97 for your Sunday, 102 down in Laughlin, 86 Caliente, 92 Summerlin, 94 Rhodes Ranch. So temperatures looking pretty good. 2 systems spinning out in the Pacific, both of them tropical storms. Alita's been downgraded quite a bit. Look at that. Yesterday, a Category 4 storm. We'll now trust a tropical storm. Tropical Storm Bud formed within the last couple of hours, and that's the storm we are going to be watching closely. Look at the track. By Thursday, right off the coast of the Baja, that is prime location for us to pick up moisture. That is something we'll be watching for next weekend, and you'll see that on that 7-day on Saturday. Showers possible, temperatures a little cooler, so we'll be watching that. Winds are going to be calm through Wednesday, but look at high pressure in charge and temperatures going up. Tying the warmest of the year so far, 107 both Tuesday, Wednesday. Overnight lows in the 80s. Flag Day, we start to drop the temperatures, but winds will pick up Thursday, last through the weekend. That's where the forecast stands right now, but we all know with tropical storms, things can change day to day, so you're going to want to see what that forecast looks like coming up tomorrow morning with me right here on Good Morning Las Vegas.
All right, we'll be watching. Thanks, Dan. Well, there are plenty of job openings around the valley, and we're working with Nevada Job Connect to make sure that you know about them. There's an opening for a pet stylist. Pay starts at $10 an hour. Also an opening for a bilingual legal case manager where the salary starts at $40,000 a year. And an opening for a public area cleaner in Lake Tahoe. Pay is $11 an hour. For more information on these jobs and other openings around the valley, just go to ktnv.com/jobs. Well, saving and paying for college can be a struggle, but one student managed to figure out a way to take the stress out of pursuing her education, all while helping others. And don't forget to download KTNV Mobile. It's in the App Store and in Google Play. It's free and lets you watch 13 Action News video anywhere you have mobile service. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, you've heard of giving back, but what about when it comes to college tuition? Scripps reporter Kumasi Aaron profiles a woman who got some help from a nonprofit and is now making it her mission to make sure others get the same chance that she did.
Brittany David is framing a piece for her mom's birthday.
But yeah, it's a play on Tom Sawyer, like little banjo frog.
A gift even more special.
All right.
Because Brittany is the artist.
How do you feel when you look at artwork like this and think about the artwork when you first started?
It's really cringeworthy.
Brittany discovered her love for art nearly 16 years ago here at the Gold Crown Foundation, a nonprofit that aims to educate young people and communities through sports and other enrichment programs.
I straight up wouldn't be here without them because of what I've been through and what they helped me get through.
At first, it was simply her safe place.
My dad wasn't really a part of our lives, and so it was just my mom and my grandma and my brother and I. So it was just hard, living with that.
But over time, this became a place where she could blossom.
It was just eye-opening what you could do there, and it just fostered such a creative part of me. that I didn't have before.
She started sketching every day, sometimes in this old math book she recycled.
Like, these are all math problems.
And eventually graduated college with a degree in art.
My parents didn't even graduate, or my dad didn't even graduate from high school. He barely passed the 7th grade, so I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, think of how many times Alice in Wonderland has been redone and never been diversified.
Now she's working as an artist toward her dream of creating children's books.
Sit down, Oscar, let's draw.
But more importantly, she's giving back to students at the place where the dream began.
And I've walked in their shoes, and I know exactly what they're going through. Being able to come back and help them it's a real gift. It's a pleasure. Like, I love coming here, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Using passion to pay it forward, making life a true work of art. I'm Kumasi Aaron reporting.
Paying it forward, great story there. All right, well, a rare encounter comes to pass as a man unknowingly meets the former police officer who helped give him life. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, she helped Sean Connery deliver his most famous line. The first ever James Bond girl passes away.
Trench. Sylvia Trench. I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
Yeah, that actress Gayson, Eunice Gayson, played Sylvia Trench in 007's 1962 debut, Dr. No. The producers of the Bond series announced that she died yesterday at the age of 90. A post on her official Twitter feed says she will be very much missed. After the Bond films, she appeared in several other classic TV series like The Avengers. Well, a routine traffic stop ends with quite a surprise twist. A police officer meets the man who came to his family's aid the day he was born. Here's ABC's John Donovan.
How's it going today? I'm all right, thank you. New Jersey State Police, license, registration, insurance card.
When a New Jersey police officer made this stop captured on body cam, he had no idea the person in the car was someone he shared a lifetime bond with. The younger guy on the right, he's Michael Patterson, was the officer on the scene, and on the left, Matthew Bailey, who was the guy in the car, pulled over for a minor violation involving a tinted window.
I grew up in Piscataway.
What's your address on Polk?
On Pope Place?
It turns out they had met before, a long time ago, on the day, in fact, that Michael was born at home in this house. And on that day, a police officer had been called to assist in his birth. The story was a family favorite.
You know, my mom, she would tell the story every year on my birthday.
Well, by amazing coincidence, that cop, Matthew Bailey, who delivered him, now retired, was the very guy he had pulled over. Something neither of them realized at first until they started chatting. Listen in. Here's where they realize it.
It was the first baby I delivered, was that house. That's why I always remember the address.
At the house?
In the Beverly. Oh yeah, by myself.
That was me. That was me.
Get the hell out.
That was me.
Get the hell out. No.
That was me.
Your mom.
I was born at home.
And that's how they became friends, this retired cop and the kid he delivered, who decided not to write a ticket that day. John Donovan, ABC News.
Small world there. Well, we'll be right back. And right now, here's a live look out of the valley. You're watching 13 Action News, where we bring you breaking news fast and first. We'll be right back. All right, well, looking ahead to tomorrow, the Blue Man Group is hosting its 4th annual sensory-friendly performance. It's for kids on the autism spectrum. There will be some slight modifications to their performance, including reduced sound and light levels. Quiet zones will also be set up in the lobby to get a break from the excitement. The show is tomorrow. Tickets cost $36. The show will benefit the Grant a Gift Autism Foundation. Well, that's 13 Action News for you live at 11. We're always on at ktnv.com and our mobile app. From all of us here at Channel 13, have a good night. Thanks for watching.